Hey, this is Russ. I'm back at Busse Woods. Hey, I told you guys I'm going to be doing this more often. So I left about maybe 7:15 in the morning. I'm not sure what time is it right now. Let's see, 8:08 a.m. So it's a Monday today. I went out on Sunday, and there was a lot of people here. I mean, a ton of people. So I wanted to see what it would be like on a Monday. You know, we have one guy on a recumbent bike. Let me report real quickly too. You've probably seen the other videos, but if you haven't, I am using the new battery that I finally ordered. It's a Chinese battery. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with it. I probably used 75% throttle, and the remaining was pedal assist 2 or 3. And I was able to make it here, make it back, ride around here twice, and still had leftover power. So I rode another 7 miles at our normal forest preserves. All in all, I ended up with 44 miles of usage out of the one battery. This is the 52 volt, 20 amp triangle battery. Now I don't mount it on the triangle. I put it on the rear rack of my bike. And then I wired it up the same way as Stan, the reservoir rat, had indicated, except instead of moving my rad battery to the rack, I put the triangle battery on the rack. Bungee corded it. It's sitting inside the top bag of my pannier bag. So this way I can take it out, charge it at home, not have to leave it in the garage. The garage gets really hot. It can hit 95 plus degrees in there. So that's not good for your battery. I felt it was better to get it off the bike, bring it inside. So that's the main reason why I mounted it there. Plus I didn't want the bike to look different. I wanted it to still look like a standard RadRover. Of course, there's a lot of heavy stuff now on the rear of the rack, which of course is going to be eating into the uses of the tire. So I have been thinking whether I should do a tire rotation, but part of me says, yeah, that means taking the whole thing apart. You know, front tire is not a problem. The rear tire, you have to do a little bit more surgery to it in order to get the battery off and disconnect the motor cable, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I decided to head back out here and do a little more pedaling rather than using the throttle, because you know the throttle, every time you use it, you can get 750 watts of usage out of it, and that's just eating out the battery. So I figured if I did pedal assist level 2 and 3 mostly, I wanted to see how much range this battery really does give me. I don't know if I'm going to do all that today or whether I will have to split it into 2 days. Depends how tired I get. But yesterday I did ride 44 miles. Now, you have to keep in mind, too, most of that 44 miles was throttle. But now that I'm going to be trying to do a little more pedaling, that's going to tire me out a little bit faster. Now, it's not like I'm not going to use the throttle. I will use the throttle. Just like right now I'm going up a hill, I am using the throttle to help me while I'm pedaling. And if I'm tired, I will throttle it for a little bit. I mean, I want to be realistic. I don't want to just say, hey, this is the maximum if I pedal all the time, because I know I'm never going to pedal all the time. There's going to be times you're going to have to use the throttle. So I just want to see what a realistic usage would be, whereas most of the intention is pedaling, but doesn't mean all of it isn't pedaling. Now, the biggest thing after reviewing the footage from Sunday's video, which of course would have been Monday and Wednesday's video for you guys, is facing the sun. The sun was really tough to deal with, And you know, I usually wear prescription sunglasses, and when the sun hits those sunglasses, you get this glare, and you really can't see very well. I mean, it just glares right into you, and you can't make out things. So I was finding that I was pulling my sunglasses down a little bit so I could see through them. I'd like to find maybe going in the opposite direction. Maybe instead of facing the sun, have the sun at your back. But I don't know where that is. And of course, Busse is still relatively new to me, so I don't know whether I should turn left, turn right when I come into intersections here. So I thought I'd play around with it a little bit and see if I can figure it out today. Oh, by the way, too, I am coasting when I can coast. You know, if I'm going down a hill, I'm not going to be pedaling, of course. Here we're going up a slight hill, but I am pedaling. No throttle, pedal assist level 3. Gears are sitting at number 6. I usually will drive it between 5 and 6. We were lucky last time to see elk, but unfortunately they were a little far from us. I couldn't really see it clearly. I tried to stop and record them, but being that this is a point and shoot camera where I don't have access to manually focusing, I wasn't able to focus on them. It kept focusing on the fence. These are the problems with point and shoot cameras. My preference, of course, is my DSLR camera, but I'm not bringing that with me. Yeah, there are people out here early in the morning on a Monday. Alright, so now we're facing the sun, of course. That makes it hard to see sometimes. So what did you guys think of Busse Woods? Did you like it? Is it too long? Yeah, I've got to rig up something so that I can bring my fishing rods. That would be nice. I think PVC pipe, something like that. Rig up some type of PVC piping, put an end cap on it, clip it to the rear rack maybe. Something that'll handle at least one fishing rod, if not two. All right, let's make a decision here. Last time I went left. What happens if we go right? Let's go right. Oh, okay, I see what happens. When you go right, you go over the bridge. All right, now this, I'm using the throttle and pedaling because it's quite a bit of an incline here. But of course, with the motor, not a problem. Still get over it. Yeah, I like these bridges. They have quite a few. All right, now we get to go down a hill. Facing the sun again. Oh, let me tell you what our mileage is right now. We're at 1,321 miles. So we are getting quite a bit of mileage in. Yeah, I had to estimate how many miles I thought I was going to get out of my tires. I'm gonna guesstimate I'll get close to 2,000, but not quite 2,000. If it could last this first season, I think I'll be happy. Yeah, these tires aren't cheap. And I've been debating which will be the next tires. You know, the thing is, if I get knobby tires, like typically comes on these type of bikes, they tend to be noisier and they tend to wear out faster. I go mostly on paved paths anyways, but then I kept thinking, you know, if I got a street tire, which is a smoother type of thing, but may actually have more tread on it, it'll be less noisy on the pavement, it'll have less rolling resistance. But I keep wondering, you know, what happens when I go up on grass? Because sometimes I do go up on grass. Would I be spinning out? I'm sure it'd be slipperier. Slipperier, yes. But if you look at the vast majority of my actual usage being on pavement, I guess it would make more sense to use that type of tire rather than a knobby tire. So that brings us to the Origin 8 Supercells. Now that's had some controversy. They say it oversteers or self-steers or something like that because of the design, and it takes a couple 100 miles of ride time to break them in. That's okay. It's not a big deal. You just have to be careful for the first 100 or 200 miles. And then after that, they say it's actually pretty good. Now, if I do some throttling, like right now I'm tiring out a little bit. If I do some throttling just so that I don't have to pedal for a little bit, I'm not doing full throttle. I'm trying my best to keep the wattage use of throttling under 300, 400 at most. My preference would be that it stays under that. All right. Yeah, I'm familiar with this area. It's actually not too far from the boat docks. The boat docks are actually, let me angle my camera here for you. Boat docks are actually on the left-hand side. You can rent boats there. A lot of geese out here. Alright, I've got about 2 minutes before I have to switch the camera out. So let me find an area I can actually stop at. I don't want to stop near the geese. Geese can be kind of mean. They can come after you, so don't want to be near them. This area here that we're coming up to, my friend Jim and I have fished before. We've never had any luck, but we fished over this bridge. Let me show you guys here. Move over to the left there. There's a couple guys out here fishing. Alright, let me pull over and reset our cameras here. Okay, I'm back. The fastest way to do this is if I don't use the digital audio recorder that's hidden behind my back, because I gotta turn that on and off as well. If I just simply turned on and turned off the camera, it would go quicker. But I like the audio off the lavalier mic. There's less wind noise and there's a little bit of clarity to it. All right, let's go right. Now, I know if I would have gone left at that intersection, it goes into an area where where we have fished before. And I've never come down this part of the path, I believe. This is one thing that Jim and I had said that we had to figure out, you know, how do you get to the other areas of the lake? And then I said, well, I could take my mobility scooter and ride it, but that would be, of course, difficult. That thing only goes 4.5 miles an hour, and it does 12 miles at best. I do have 2 batteries, but come on, that's a lot of effort. Okay, here's a whole different area. Let's go here. This is a whole different fishing area. Maybe we should have tried this area. We didn't know this existed. Or did we? I don't think so. I'm not sure if we've ever been in this area or not. This is designed for fishing. I think at one time I may have been at this area before. Yeah, I think so because let me angle the camera a little bit here. Because this is a whole paved area for fishing. Yeah, I've been here once before. I think Jim and I may have been here before. Because I remember this dead ending right here. But this would be a nice area to fish, and that's not too far from the other one. I think we never turned right. It was always the issue. Let me kind of give you an idea of what it looks like here. Again, the camera's still mounted on my chest, so I can't give you good pan shots, but just do what I can. I know it's not smooth, I know it goes up and down, but unless I take the whole camera off, I don't want to do that right now. Okay, well, here's an area we can try fishing next time, and we weren't really that far from the other one. The thing is, for us to get there, there's a lot of walking for Jim to do. A lot of times I just take my mobility scooter, as you know, and that makes it easy for me, but it's tough for him because he has to walk the whole thing. All right. And this is the whole point we wanted to do. We wanted to scope all this stuff out. Busse Woods is nice. It has a lot of area for fishing. You've got all this biking and walking area, picnic areas. And this is why I've always wanted to come ride here. I just never did it. Always had the intention to do it with my mountain bike. Then my knees went bad, and then that was the end of that. There's a guy with a recumbent bike way ahead of us. So I'm enjoying the area, learning different areas. We did not come down here yesterday. I think that's people's homes. Yeah, there's people's homes out there. I don't know where this leads out to, but off on the left, let me angle there, is actually residential. So I don't know where this leads to. Well, times like that, I'm throttling, of course. I can't be messing with things like that and pedaling and thinking about that. I will say that I have gotten better on this bike over time. You know, when I first got the bike, there's no way I would have been able to do any of that stuff. Fiddling with the camera while riding, while throttling, but I've gotten better at it. Yeah, everything off to the left is a residential street. So I don't know where this leads, but let's see where it goes. says turtle crossing. Yeah, this is gonna go to a stoplight. I actually remember taking my mobility scooter down this path, now that I think about it. I did take this down here, then I turned around and went back because I wasn't gonna cross the street. I'm gonna follow this bike guy and see what he does. He turns. Bike route, I think let's go forward a little bit. I know he's turned off. Let's go forward and see where that actually leads out to. We can always come back. It's another recumbent bike guy coming towards us. Those bikes aren't cheap. They're actually pretty expensive. I don't know if this path just stops or what, but we'll see when we get to the end. It's a hospital off to the left. Coming up across Biesterfield. Alright, where does this go? I don't know if it goes any further or doesn't. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around. Biesterfield and Beisner Road. Alright, I'm gonna turn around. I think we'll take the path that the other guy took, but I had to satisfy the curiosity. See where this part led to. Which hospital is this? I don't know. Not really sure. It doesn't say. I think I've been to this hospital once before. I don't know why. It looks awfully familiar. Amida Health, it says. I'm not sure why. I've been here before, I know that. Alright, so this guy took this turn. We're going to do the same. Remember I said anytime you slow down, you have a better chance of falling. Sharp corner turns are tough on these big bikes. Word of warning for those who are starting out with their e-bike journey. These bikes are heavy. The center of gravity is a little bit different. Got to get used to it before doing anything major. Yeah, I started out meagerly with the bike. Now I've gone crazy and bought everything in the world for it. Gone a lot of different places with it. Going on streets with it. Doesn't mean I'm still not a little nervous when I go on the streets. I do watch out as much as I can. All right, all of this area is brand new to me, as it is brand new to you. And we did not do this before. Okay, we're going to go up a major incline here. So I'm going to power up, pedal hard, and use the throttle full blast just to get up over this hill. It's another big bridge. I think we're going over the highway. Yeah, this goes over the top of the highway. You can hear it. Let me stop here. Give you guys a view of the highway. All right, continuing on. I don't know if that's the same guy or not. I don't know this leads out to, but he could have turned around. Maybe it may end over here because I see it goes into a street. Maybe he went down and came back around. I don't know. Let's see. Bike route. Left or right, it says. All right, let's see where this goes. Okay. Let's go right. Let's see where it goes. Don't know what this street is that we're parallel to. So it's Woodland Meadow. Yeah, I don't like this. I think we're gonna turn around as well. Rawwing Road and White Trail. Okay, well, we don't do that. I think that guy turned around. That was the same guy then. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through this. I'd rather be in the Forest Reserve on their paths. But until you try these things out, you don't know where they go, so you have to at least try it once. All right. So we're gonna pedal up this again, go over the top of the highway one more time. We got about 2.5 minutes before I have to change out the camera one more time. Yeah, with the e-bike, you can go over the top of things like this with no problem. I mean, you got to pedal some. You can't just rely on the motor with the throttle. But it's not like it's impossible to get up and down something like that. It's relatively easy. And of course, going up and down those things with that much throttle, you just ate up a bunch of power. But this is the reality of the usage, right? If you're just trying to figure out the actual total amount of distance you can go and not utilize throttle for something like that, that wouldn't be realistic. All right, let me pull off and change out our camera here. Reset our camera, I should say. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I try my best not to do more than 3 camera changes with you guys because each one being about 15-16 minutes long. We're talking at least a 45-minute video even with 3. Alright, so we're gonna head back. Head back the way we came. Now these are all these little side things I said before, that Busse Woods isn't just a circle. There are these little side paths you can take that doesn't go anywhere within the circle. And those are the areas I didn't get a chance to play with on Sunday. I just went around the circle. You know, there were so many people out on Sunday. As much as I liked being there, I didn't like having to share it. I like it all to myself because you're dodging people, and it's easier if I'm on my own. I wondered too, you know, if you're riding with a buddy, I guess unless they have an e-bike, it would be tough, because I know that they can't go as fast. They would have a hard time climbing the hills. They'd tire out. They wouldn't be able to do the distance I'm doing. So, like I know, like for instance, my wife, she could never do this with her regular bike. She tires out after 3 miles, she's out. And we're talking a lot of miles. I'm dodging tree branches. A lot of miles just to get here, plus doing this. So yeah, but she has no interest in getting an e-bike. She doesn't ride enough to make it worth it. I know she doesn't like being out in the hot either. I don't either. That's why I come out in the mornings. But you know, even if it gets warm out here, because it's going to get warmer today, I'll be out here for a while. With the wind blowing on you going forward, it helps. If you didn't have the wind blowing on you, it would be murder. They always say it's murder. What a phrase. It would be difficult, let's say that. Alright, so now we're back to the area where the water was. Let's angle a little bit so you can see that again. And there's somebody out there trying to fish. Or he's sitting out there, I don't know what he's doing. Alright, so we know where this went, taking that right turn instead of the left turn that Jim and I usually do. Jim meaning my fishing buddy Jim. I mean, there's Donut Jim. Hello, Donut Jim. I know that you're watching too. I'm talking Jim, my fishing buddy, being out here. Now, Donut Jim, Jim the Donut Man, he's getting his bike soon. All right, this is where Jim and I typically had turned. Fishing Jim. Donut Jim, Fishing Jim. Fishing Jim and I usually turn here. And Jim was walking this whole thing from the parking lot all the way out to here to go fishing with me. It's a lot of work. And then you don't catch anything, you feel really bad. But yeah, Donut Jim, when he gets his bike, we could always do Busse Woods too if you're interested. I can meet you out here, you can pick me up with your pickup, whatever. We'll figure it out. This is the area that Fishing Jim and I used to fish. Let me move over here. Alright, let me show you guys this. Recognize this? Yeah, we fished this. We did catch one. I caught a sucker out here, I think. Yeah. All right, let's get back up. Back up on the road. And I showed that to you on the last video. Yeah, these videos could be long, but I kind of figured these first couple Busse Wood rides, it's just investigating the area, exploring the area. So yeah, they're going to be a little long. I think when we do other videos in the future, because I plan to be out here a lot more, we use those times just to talk and ride. Yeah, you always have to be aware that somebody could be in your lane. So she was passing those people, but if I kept going at my speed, we would have crashed. But she's committed. She's already on the side of them. So the only thing you can do is slow down and let that person through. Now, Busse Woods has a lot of water. We're not seeing all of it. I think if we had a kayak or a boat in here, or rented one of their boats, you'd be able to see a lot more water. My wife's cousin Ed and I once rented a boat to be out here. We didn't catch anything. You're noticing a trend here that I'm always saying we don't catch anything. But we did go out on Busse Lake, and yeah, there's a lot more area we don't really see. So we're only seeing parts of it. All right, let me pass him here. There's more water to the left over here, but yeah, not worth looking at. So the path doesn't actually follow the water. It kind of pulls out, and then you go other areas. Yeah, a lot more peaceful Monday morning. Now, I was doing Saturdays and Sundays, as you know, to avoid traffic, but I don't feel so bad riding here using the new technique of the map program tells me, okay, this is running out of places here. This is now a street. So I'm going to turn around. All right, back up again. And again, you don't know what you're going to get until you ride it. So again, one of the dead ends. Well, it doesn't dead end. I guess you could go on the street, but I want to stay within the path. So we're heading back. I would say, unless there's other things, I think we've done pretty much all of Busse Woods between the last video and this video. But these are the areas I didn't do last time. So I don't mind it dead ending and having to turn back around. It's just another thing to see. This thing off to the right is actually, where's that go? Yeah, let's go off here. Oh, look at here. More water. Okay. See, these are the things we just don't know. I don't know if this is accessible. I mean, Jim and I wanted to see if there was more things to do and see. Let me angle down here. Let me move the camera. That's on one side. Let me move over to this side here. There's guys fishing down there. Oh, he's caught something. I see the fish being pulled out. The guy's gonna net him. Small fish, but he's got something. Hey, cool. So it looks like they may have walked down. Yeah, they've walked down this incline. It's kind of a hard walking down. There's of course this railing thing too. If you want to fish over the top. So this is just another area. Question is it easily accessible by walking? I think you have a long walk. Let's go further down this way to see if you get from a parking lot to here. I think it's a long walk. Now with the bike wouldn't be so bad, but you know, where would I leave my bike? I can't bring it down. I'm not walking down there with my bad knees. And look, there's another trail that goes off to the side. Let's go down the other trail. Turn around again. I think these are all the side paths. Okay, that's the Salt Creek Trail. Let's go down there. This here is called the Salt Creek Trail. All right, most likely I will come back again. Where we were just at, we did ride this before. But I have not come down here, so I would like to see what is over in this area. This takes us away from Busse Woods, I think. Let's just see where it goes. When we entered off of Gulf Road and New Wilkie Road, that is running Salt Creek. So I don't know where this goes, but I think this Salt Creek Trail is very long, but it's not all 100% paved like this, I don't believe, but I'm not sure. I think you go quite a bit of distance. You could see it on the maps. But the roads are very small looking on the maps, because these are not major roads, of course. It just looks like a little line. Doesn't look like a road on the map. It just looks like a line. Okay, now I've been throttling a little bit for that, because again, whenever I'm not wanting to think, or not wanting to think about pedaling and just look around, I'll usually throttle so I don't have to think about it. Okay, yeah, this is going to exit out. Elk Grove High School. Elk Grove High School. So, Elk Grove Boulevard, it says. Alright, we're going to turn around because I'm not going to do that. It says bicycles must remain on paved paths at all time. They don't want you cutting across the lawn and things. All right, well, we'll bring you back to where we started here, and then we may call it quits at that point, because I know that where I'm heading towards, we've actually ridden that before, and this video is already getting quite long as it is. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me on the rides. It gives me something to do by talking to you. You guys keep me company, actually. Believe it or not, even though you're physically not here, just being able to talk to myself and to you is always a good thing. So appreciate it. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys next time.